The second season of Wednesday has finally been released on Netflix after years of waiting. We got the first part in August and the second one at the beginning of September. I enjoyed the first season, but I know that some people did not care for this one, so here is my opinion about it. I'm going to do a spoiler-free mini review for those who haven't watched, and then I'll get into some details. I found the second season to be more interesting than the first one. This time around, we don't have that weird love triangle that Loki ruined the first season. The plot is a bit more complicated, and there were some things I did not care for, but overall, I was more entertained this season. I'll go into more details in the spoiler section. One thing I liked were the cameos that we got. I usually have mixed feelings about cameos in movies and TV shows, but I do appreciate them when they are done well. Last season, we had Christina Ricci, who played Wednesday in the movies from the 90s, and now we're getting Lady Gaga. Those cameos were well integrated into the story, and I enjoyed them. In the first episode of this season, we also get a cool animated part in the style of Tim Burton, which truly was a highlight. We also spent a lot more time with the Addams family, which I now realize we didn't see much during the first season. Overall, I like this season more than the first one. Now, let's go into some details and into some spoilers. This is your official warning. I'm going to start with the things that I didn't like, so it's out of the way. I mentioned earlier the cameos. Besides for the surprise return of Christina Ricci, we also had Christopher Lloyd, who was acting alongside her in the 90s. And he's in a couple of episodes as a floating head, which is much more than Lady Gaga. Now, don't get me wrong, I really liked her cameo, she looked great and she can act, but I was expecting more than just one scene. One of her older songs went viral last time because of a fan edit, which is crazy, so we got promised a Gaga cameo. It did not come in the first part, but we had seen pictures of her in Tim Burton, so we knew it was coming. And she appeared for 3 seconds, and she was gone. Everyone was like, oh, that's it? And I believe she got like $30 million for that. That was a bit disappointing, but good for her, I guess. Something else that felt like a cameo, and a very unwelcome one, was a redundant plot twist that Morticia and Gomez were hiding something. We've had this kind of plot line already, and it's a bit unoriginal. I had kind of the same fight with Enid. At the end of the first season, she wolfs out to save Wednesday, and at the end of the second season, she wolfs out to save Wednesday. Of course, this time the stakes are a bit higher and it leads to another plotline that might make things more interesting, but still. One of my hopes, and something that I've seen floating around on the internet, is that the third season takes us out of Nevermore. I feel like we've seen enough of it. Let's finish the dislike part of this review by talking about the dialogue. A lot of people did not like a lot of it, and I have to say that although I did not mind it as much, I still find it a bit cringe sometimes. Wednesday has a very specific tone that can either be funny or cringe, and the latter showed up more often this season. Jenna Ortega's acting is making it sound better most of the time, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Talking about Jenna Ortega, let's go into things that I liked about this season. As usual, her acting is great. The episode where Wednesday and Enid swap bodies was pretty fun and the girls really acted their heart out. Emma Myers really captured the deadpan delivery on Wednesday and I was cool to watch. Overall, I don't have much to say about the acting, I guess I enjoyed it. I liked Morticia and Gomez and also the fact that we see more of the family in the season as they are living in Nevermore. We also meet the grandmother, which was pretty cool. I really like the Addams family and even though Wednesday is my favorite, I do love to see Fred Armisen eat a cactus. As I mentioned earlier, there is in the first episode a small animated portion. Something I also liked is the absence of a love story for Wednesday. I found it ridiculous last season and I'm glad we're not doing that again. I gave the season an 8 out of 10. I hope next season comes soon and not in 3 years because this is gonna get old real quick. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you soon for another review.